And you're quite the person to take that kind of advice from, because you have your hands in everything, and you burst onto the scene. It was like really quick. You went from like debuting to Stardom to Lucha Underground. Like, you went from nobody knew who you were to on TV and having traveled Japan in a matter of no time. And now not only that, Ring of Honor, AEW, NWA, you've got an unmatched level of experience in a short amount of time. Like, how do you manage doing all that? Like, you got into wrestling and all of a sudden, bam, 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 one after the other, situations kept happening.
It was what we wanted to do from the beginning. That was my goal. Like, my goal was never to get signed in WWE. That was not my goal. Cause like, I know when I started, I was 26 years old, that I was 26 or 28. No, I was 28. I'm sorry. I was 28. I was 27 when I started training for acrobatics and all that stuff. I never really did sports. I was a nerd. I wanted to get my master's degree. I wanted to be a social worker, a therapist. That's what I felt like my calling was. But then I found wrestling, and then when all the unfortunate events happened for me before I even started wrestling, I was like, this is just a wake up call. That one, I don't have time to be like, oh man, I've been wrestling for 10 years and no. I'm going to say I've been wrestling for 2 years and this is how much I achieved, because I'm an overachiever, and my husband and I, we were always like, no, you need to go for more. You need to strive for more. I don't want you to be a weekend warrior. I want you to do this for a living. I want you to be a professional athlete. And I was like, I don't know if I can do that, but I was like, no, you can do it. And I'm going to help you. So I had really strong support at home. And the fact that I'm very driven, and just in my personality, I'm just like, I don't accept no for an answer. And even when I get slapped in the face, I'll be like, all right, I'm just gonna, fight my tears and keep going and fight harder and make my name mean something, and that's what we've been doing with all the opportunities that happen. When I went to Stardom, like right away, like we started getting bookings and started making the name hot. We got really decent bookings that allow us to be signed for Lucha Underground. It happened to be at the right place at the right time. They give me a great, a character. I was not ready for it, but you know what? I knew I wasn't ready for it, but I worked super hard. But in the next season, I was ready, like in ring ready for it, So that's it. It's like always jumping to the opportunity and never saying, you know what, I just can't do it. No, I can't have that mentality. I'm 29 years old. There is an 18-year-old girl who probably her joints hurt less, who has a lot more time, has no kids, she's not married, and she can, go further. But I'm hungrier than you are, honey. So it's always been that mentality. Even now, with the opportunities that I had with NWA or with, with AEW and All Out next Saturday, I am very hungry. And when I'm in the ring training, I train even harder than the rookies. Why? Because I want to be on top and I want to keep my position and I want to help the girls in Mission Pro or anything that I'm running so they can see, hey, if Thunder Melissa is doing it, I can do it. I mean, I jump into MMA at 33 years old.
Yeah.
With no experience, because this is how driven I am. When I set myself into something, I'm like, screw this. I'm going to do it no matter what the results are. Yes, I did not win, but I did gain a lot of confidence. I get a lot more passion for the business and the respect that it just humbled me in an incredible way, because it makes me work harder, because I know I'm going to get another fight, and I know my opponents have a lot more experience than I do, but they don't have the dog and the heart that I have.
Yeah. So when you do these Mission Pro shows, is that something that you ever consider doing, like maybe seminars with all these women? Because you've worked TV for Ring of Honor, Women of Wrestling, NWA, AEW, Lucha Underground, any number of places you have worked TV for, and you've got unique experience in that regard, in that a lot of these women have not had that. The opportunities are getting there, and much of that is with Mission Pro. Is that something that they come up and ask you about, or like any type of that way?
No, that's what we're working on. I think this first show was just like, putting the stage for what we want to do and what we want to work on. But in the future shows, that's definitely one thing that I want to do as workshops with the ladies, that even the ones that are not booked, like would like to have like local girls that are starting or that have been in the business for a while, to like get knowledge that is not your typical, let's do an arm drag, drop down, leapfrog, fire up. Like, no, it's like, once you're done doing that, and even if you're not very good at wrestling, what can you do to be a business owner, to be your own business, to like, you know, be somebody that people want to book you no matter what, you know. It's like, what are the steps? Like, what can you use? Like, this stuff like that, which I'm really excited because I have a lot of friends that they're in the business, they're business owners. So I would like to have them come and talk to them about what is that they do, like the steps that they take, because sometimes we don't know and we're shy to ask.